You are 40 years old. You have $4,200 in a checking account. This is the moment where the road forks, not because of where you've been, but because of what you do with the next 10 years. Age 40. The baseline plan. A. Your salary is $95,000. You have a modest 401k from your 30s, maybe $80,000. You realize the someday of retirement is now a visible horizon. You don't panic, you calculate. You decide to bridge the gap. You commit to a 25% savings rate. It's heavy. It's $1,970 a month. You sit your family down. You explain that the next decade is about buying time, not things. Plan B. Your salary is $95,000. You have $15,000 in a 401k. You feel behind, but you tell yourself you have peak earning years ahead. You buy a luxury SUV to celebrate the new director title. The payment is $850. The insurance is $210. You tell yourself it's a reward for 20 years of hard work. You deserve to look the part. Age 41 to 43. The pivot plan. A. You max out your 401k at $23,000. You open a health savings account, HSA, and treat it like a stealth IRA. You don't spend a dime of it. You invest the balance in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. You drive your 8-year-old sedan until the floor mats wear through. By 43, your $80,000 has grown through contributions and a steady 8% market return to $178,000. You feel the momentum. It's no longer a struggle, it's a machine. Plan B. You decide to renovate the kitchen. $45,000. You take out a home equity line of credit, HELOC. The interest rate is variable. You tell yourself the house is an investment. The monthly payment is $400. You still contribute 3% to your 401k because, at least I'm doing something. By 43, your 401k is $22,000. Your debt has increased by $58,000 between the car and the kitchen. Age 44 to 46. The velocity plan. A. You receive a 10% bonus. You don't see a cent of it. It goes straight into a taxable brokerage account. You learn about catch-up contributions, a gift from the IRS for those over 50, but you're preparing for them now. At 46, your total investments hit $310,000. You realize that your money made $24,000 this year just by existing. That's a part-time salary. You are no longer working alone. Your capital is working with you. Plan B. Your oldest child starts looking at colleges. You realize you haven't saved enough. You stop the 3% 401k contribution to cash flow their tuition. You feel like a good parent, but you are trading your 70s for their 20s. The car lease ends. You get a new one because you need reliability. Your net worth, excluding the house you still owe $200,000 on, is essentially zero. Age 47 to 50. The Great Divide. Plan A. You hit age 50. The catch-up rules kick in. You shove $30,000 a year into your 401k. Your HSA is a $50,000 tax-free medical fortress. Your brokerage account is $150,000. Total liquid net worth, $640,000. You walk into your performance review with a different posture. You don't need the job. You want it, but you don't need it. That is the definition of power. Plan B. You hit age 50. You are earning $115,000, but you are broke rich. You have the kitchen, the SUV, and the kid in a private university, but your bank balance is a constant source of low-grade fever. Your 401k is $35,000. You start looking at Social Security estimates. The numbers are frightening. You realize you will likely have to work until you are 72, not because you love the work, but because the math demands it.
The midpoint reckoning. Age 50. Plan A. You are 50 years old. You log into your accounts on a quiet Tuesday morning. The numbers don't jump. They hum. Your total invested assets, across the 401k, the maxed-out Roth IRA, and the taxable brokerage, sit at $640,000. This year, at a 7% return, your money will earn $44,800 while you sleep. That is more than your entire take-home pay was at age 22. Your consumer debt is non-existent. Your mortgage is a shrinking island. You have bought something more valuable than any luxury upgrade. You have bought the right to say no. If the office smells like old coffee and the manager isn't a patient man like Ellis, you can walk. Your 40s didn't just build a balance, they built a fortress. Plan B. You are 50 years old. You are earning the highest salary of your life, yet you feel more precarious than you did in your 20s. Your invested assets total $35,000, barely enough to cover 4 months of your current lifestyle. Your monthly debt servicing for the SUV, the kitchen renovation, and the lingering credit card balances totals $1,650 before you even touch the mortgage or the utilities. You are broke rich. You have the appearance of success, but you are one layoff or one medical emergency away from a collapse. You look at the Social Security website and realize that retiring at 65 is no longer a mathematical possibility. You are not a bad person, and you weren't lazy. You simply built a system that prioritized the now over the next. The final gap. The distance between these two people at age 50 is over $600,000 in liquid wealth and a lifetime of stress. 10 years ago, they sat at the same desk with the same $95,000 salary. Plan A decided that $1,970 a month belonged to their future self. Plan B decided that money belonged to the car dealership, the contractor, and the weekend brunch. The Tuesday after age 50 comes for both of them. One of them greets it with a plan, the other greets it with a prayer. The math doesn't care about your intentions, it only cares about your direction. What direction are you choosing today? The difference wasn't a lottery win, it wasn't a crypto moonshot. It was the decision at age 40 to stop acting like a consumer and start acting like a builder. Plan A spent their 40s buying freedom. Plan B spent their 40s buying furniture. The decade will pass anyway. The only question is what you'll have to show for it when the clock strikes 50.